Okay, now in this section, we're going to work on keying. So initially, remember we got all of the timing and staging done. And now what we want to do is remove the extraneous parts or elements that we are not going to want to see for the final production, namely the green screen. So we have a handy tool, our key light tool, or effect, which will remove green. So right now we have the transparency, the opacity change so that we can see through all the layers. Let's just focus on our puncher right now. So we'll select all the layers, choose opacity by hitting the T, and then go ahead and bring up the opacity to 100. All right, so this allows us to now, I'm going to just select the gray area to deselect all of those layers so I can select the top layer. So now we want to focus on the puncher, and we want to begin our keying, removing the green. So we're going to start with a garbage mask, and basically there's garbage in our shot that we want to remove. So what we'll do is create a garbage mask by grabbing our pen tool, and just also make sure that you don't cut any action off. So I'm going to use this point in the performance to make sure do not accidentally remove his hand. Alright, so you see immediately with our garbage mask it removed all of the extra footage that we aren't going to be using. But unfortunately you can't tell because where it removed it we see the layer below because of the stacking order. So I'm going to hide those layers below, and now you can see that the black area is transparent because we've masked it. And if you'd rather use the alpha, you can also click on this button here to use the alpha background. Alright, so let's just go through and make sure that our garbage mat has not accidentally erased anything that we need. It looks pretty good. Just fine tune this point here. Great. So now the computer doesn't have to work as hard. It can focus on a smaller portion of the footage to focus on. So now we can grab our key light tool by going into our effects panel, just dragging that effect right onto the puncher layer. And then we're going to select a green by grabbing our screen color dropper, and you want to pick a green close to your subject. Choose this green here. Alright, that's pretty close. The reason I chose a green close is because of course we don't have even lighting, so we want to focus on the area that is closest to our actor because most of the other stuff can be removed by a garbage mask if necessary. Alright, so that's what we get initially without any customization or reworking of the key light effect. If you really want to see how clean your screen mat is, you can choose the screen mat view, and that'll allow you to view your image by a black and white viewing. The white is where you want the area of the footage to be opaque, and the black transparent, and you want a solid white. So the way that we fine tune that is we just go to the screen mat and we can start to clip the whites. Just to make sure that our actor doesn't become transparent. Because wherever there's gray, it's going to be transparent. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see what it looks in final result. And not bad. And then what we can also do is go into our matte effects and choose maybe the matte choker just to get rid of that outline. And the matte choker did a pretty good job. You know, for now, I think that's fine. There's a little outline around them, but it's not bad. Again, didn't use the best settings for the camera. A little out of focus, a little soft focus, so it is what it is. Maybe I can choke just a little bit more on the edges. What it's doing is it's shrinking the edges of green, choking it out. So be careful, because you can go too far, use it too much, and you will remove your parts of your actor. All right, so looks good. And then you continue that process for the other two layers. So I will turn those on, and we'll do the same thing. We'll now work with the punchy. So again, we'll create a garbage mat around the punchy. So I hid the other layers. We're only looking at the punchy layer. Grab my pen tool. And this performer, our performance doesn't move much, so we can get pretty tight with the mask. And we'll just do a quick scrub to preview, make sure that we didn't accidentally remove, we did, parts that we need. There we go. Went off screen. So I think we're just going to add another point here. Pretty safe. Pretty good. Awesome. So now we'll go ahead and grab our key light effect, keying. You can also get these effects from the menu by going to Effect, going into Keying. So there's more than one way to get the effects. All right, we'll use the selector. Select a green close to our performer. And can probably fine-tune that. Go to the screen mat just to look at it from a technical view. Remember, you want him solid white, and everything else to be solid black. Solid black is going to be, basically you interpret it as it'll be transparent, and the solid white is opaque. So that allows you to see if you have a clean mat. Let's see our final result. It's not bad. I'm going to add a point here. Let's see what happens if we put on one of our chokers. A little cleaner. bit more. Not bad. Again, just for demonstration purposes. I'm not going to spend too much time cleaning the key. Also, once you put the background, it'll be a little more difficult to see. But definitely, if you're doing professional work, take your time with attention to detail. All right, I'm feeling good. You know what that means. Save. All right. Continue and also do this for the last layer. So we'll make a garbage mat. Remember, this actor flies back, so you'll need a little space behind him. See that his foot is lost here. Looks like his hand is also out of the mask, which won't be important because that will be covered by a mask that we're going to use to just hide this character behind the punchy. But initially I'll keep it all in there. Great. So there's our garbage mat. And now, again, grab my key light, drop it on. I'm going to zoom in. Find a green right next to my actor. And then go ahead and change the viewing to screen mat. And then we will refine that with our screen mat tools. Just want to make sure he's solid white. All right, let's take a look, see how that looks. All right, got a little outline around him. Let's try another mat. Let's see what happens when we use our simple choker. Not my favorite. Try a matte choker. All right, change the choke a little bit. All right. Again, we're going to put some effects on the go, so details will be lost, but try to start off with as many details as possible. All right, that's it for King.